Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am the Scrum Master and I will be your guide through this deliverable. Now for this deliverable we have the Sprint 1 backlog report for our app Quizverse. It is basically an app for quiz enthusiasts to be able to play, make their own quizzes and see their ranking on user made quizzes across a leaderboard. Now this first file that we have with us is the backlog. Now, here is the user story ID. This is the user story title, and this is the user story itself. Now, the user stories follow the pattern of as a, I want to, so that. This was the template given to us. Now, I would just like to clarify that as a new user or developer, and here we have used as a product owner. This is to show that we have not used the uh, same point of view for every task within our deliverable. Moving on, this is the burn down chart of our first sprint. We had assigned story points to the tasks. This was done to give a rough idea of how important a certain task is. For example, sign up here stands out as the most important. And the reason for that is fairly simple, that sign up is the only way to get users to register on your app. So we wanted to be able to be done with that earlier so that we could test everything else later. For example, login or any other basic tasks for that app itself. Even the profile setup, such as the basic setup. Okay, moving on. We here have the number of hours of work remaining and the actual work remaining compared to the ideal. This sprint ranged from March 5 to March 23. This below here is the burn down chart. We did leave, in the ideal, we did leave 2 days just in case things go overboard, and they did actually go overboard, but that was nothing too major and it was easily dealt with. Now we have the project planner of this exact task, this exact sprint. So here it is divided into categories and then into separate tasks themselves and then shown to who those tasks shall be assigned to. Now, now moving on, we have the second part that follows basically uh, the same flow as the first backlog. Here we have the same formula, that is the title itself. Oh, sorry, the title itself, the user story ID. Here S2 refers to sprint 2. Here the user story starts with as a user I want to, so that the this is to show that the same template has been followed. Now moving on, we have the sprint user stories for this specific sprint as well. Now here comes the burn down chart for these sprints. Now the one glaring difference that would be visible is that this contains two tables compared to the first burn down chart. The reason for that is due to the length of days being a bit longer than before. We had to split it into two tables to make it appear neatly. So that's why there is two tables here. Other than that, this is the burn down chart itself with the actual and the ideal compared. Now moving on, this is the project planner for sprint 2. Now here we have tasks and the person responsible for it. And the this was done alongside the parts within the user stories that were yet to be done. For example, I mean to say that in the question expansion user story, there were two things. Therefore, there were two tasks. However, the user story was still the same. And that's it. It goes over the deliverables. Thank you.